Would I do urology all over again now being halfway through my residency? And the answer is a resounding yes. I love the patients. I love the topics we talk about. I love learning about the physiology of the bladder, penis, scrotum, testicles. I love the research that we do. I am really happy to share my journey on social media. But one thing that has changed is how I counsel medical students and pre-meds on a surgical career versus doing anything else in medicine. Before I move on, I want to tag KB in Healthcare, who has talked about something similar on her page. Go follow her and see her videos. Oftentimes people ask me, like, what's the biggest difference between like surgery and medicine? And I don't think it strictly just comes down to hours, because I have seen medicine doctors put in a lot of hours and leave at odd hours of the night. But I do think that flexibility is a huge sacrifice you do in surgery, because you do your surgeries and they end when they end. And in most cases, your patients are always your patients, no matter what complications happen overnight, and no matter what complications happen to them 2 weeks later, 4 weeks later, a month later. And that continued constant responsibility definitely affects how much free time you have in your career. And sometimes that's not worth it, and you don't have to choose that life. So Engineer Mahitha would have told any and every single medical student, you should do surgery because that's the only way. And even if you have any doubt, it's okay. Sometimes it just takes time to get used to it. But now I have a more cautioned response. It's like, you don't have to choose this life. These are the real sacrifices that you make, and sacrifices that continue in your attendinghood. And I think it's important that you really accept that you are going to make these sacrifices wholeheartedly, because if you don't, then the resentment builds up. You lose that balance between expectations and realities, and that distance between expectation and reality becomes further and further, and you get burnout. But also just a reminder to sign up for my one-on-one mentoring sessions. I love mentoring and I love talking about urology.